Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Crypto Analyst here, and I hope all of you guys are having a good morning, evening, wherever you guys are from. I certainly know I am, and if you're holding cryptocurrency, you probably are too. Welcome to the Crypto Analyst live stream. I need to adjust this mic just a little bit, but Bitcoin is absolutely taking off right now. I mean, there's really no other words to describe this besides it's leaving the Milky Way galaxy. It's right past the moon, it's right past Mars, and we're taking off. That's simply what it is. This has been a long time coming, and this thing is actually going to a whole nother world at the moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up chat so I can actually read what's happening. Hopefully I can get it pulled up in time. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, next stop for this is probably around $5,500. I don't really see much resistance anywhere in here. So let me go ahead and pull up chat and I can get this all situated. And you guys can kind of just enjoy the show. Jeez. It's been a long time since we've had a candle like that. Where is chat? I don't think this is going to be too long of a live stream, but I'm certainly going to be live events, live stream. Watching the chart tonight, caught it all, amazing. Dude, I mean, this is one of the few times, I was talking to my friend down here, and I was like, this is one of the few times where FOMO is acceptable. Because the fact that there's just nothing. There's nothing past here. So let me go ahead and adjust this. And yeah, so obviously, like, okay, so I'm being very careful about FOMOing in this range. But when this thing was breaking out, I think it was one of those things where you're like, all right, it's very clearly breaking out at this point. And it would have been, I think, personally okay to enter a position in here. But with this thing, I mean, taking off now, I mean, you can probably start seeing some pullbacks like it's doing at the moment. But I think the overall picture, even if it does start pulling back from here, I think the overall next target is really, I don't see too much of a reason to hold shorts in this range unless we start reaching targets. So there's really no reason to be bearish on Bitcoin until we reach 5,500 or even $5,900 to $6,000. The overall sentiment of this is very clearly bullish from this point out. The ascending triangle is broken. People say that we're going to hit lower lows. It's not happening. The sentiment is bullish. If you guys don't know, Bitcoin was accepted by the ETFs today. Unless you have a crazy wick here, unless you have some sort of crazy scenario where this thing wicks back down and ends up closing down here. Jeez, that is crazy. What does that look like on BitMEX? Oh my god. So unless this thing really tanks, the overall sentiment of here is bullish. If it closes over the 200 EMA on the daily, it's pretty much best case scenario. We'll see if it does. I really hope it does. If we can get a daily close above this point, I think it's really solidifying the fact that 5.5K is going to be my next target. So with this happening over here, let me look at the order books. We definitely are seeing some retracement. What's up, Greg? Good, great to have you. So yeah, what I was doing is I was actually trading futures. And if you guys don't know, the futures market is very, very slow at night. I was trading futures and I was actually turning off my computer, getting ready for bed. And I had my my chart up to my right, and I forgot that I had a Bitcoin tab open because I was watching Bitcoin to see if it was going to do anything tonight, get rejected, break out, etc. And I was turning it off to go to sleep because nothing was moving. And I tabbed in and Bitcoin was breaking out, and so it was just crazy. And so I was like, okay, well, let's see if this is a pump and dump and this is fake, or if this is actually going to last. Of course, you know, now looking at it, this thing's actually lasted, and we're up, what, like $600 on the day or something like that right now. So will alts pump after the sell-off? I mean, a lot of alts already are pumping. One of the red flags from the breakout for me was that, well, I guess they really aren't pumping that much. So Ethereum's up $10, that's it. XRP. So one of the scary things, will they pump? It's possible. I mean, alts have been pumping though. I mean, XRP to the USD is insane right now. That's been a long time coming. Yeah, that's been a long time coming. I've talked about that a lot. One of the things that everyone is absolutely freaking out about right now is saying, okay, well, what about our BTC value? Everyone's freaking out because everything that has a Satoshi value has driven off a cliff just about as hard as Bitcoin is rocketed towards the upside. So when you see Satoshi values like this that have literally just drove off a cliff, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because this is something I've talked about for the past couple of live streams, and this is the very reason why I've been talking about it and telling people how Satoshi value works. So with Bitcoin, so XRP to BTC is a Satoshi value because you're comparing it to BTC instead of comparing it to USD. And the reason that this is significant is because XRP BTC is directly correlated to Bitcoin. So if the USD value of Bitcoin goes drastically up and XRP doesn't go as much as if BTC goes up in USD value a lot, and XRP stays relatively in the same area, or if they don't go up nearly as much as BTC in USD value, then the Satoshi value will tank, because the USD value of Bitcoin is worth more, while therefore the XRP value is comparatively less now. It's not because XRP has gone down in USD value. It's because BTC or Bitcoin has gone up so drastically more in USD value comparatively to XRP and the USD value, respectively. So when you see these Satoshi value tanks, the reason that this is happening is because Bitcoin is gaining USD value so fast, and this pretty much has an inverse relationship. Not always, but a lot of the time you do see these inverse relationships because of the fact that Bitcoin's USD value is pumping so hard, while other USD altcoins aren't pumping quite as hard, which is what causes the tank in the Satoshi value. So I want to go ahead and go back to this here, and I guess to kind of talk about this, because we're seeing some retracement in this area. We're obviously seeing it start to slow down. You know, let's break this down onto a 4-hour chart. I mean, geez, that's insane. I mean, so as soon as this 4-hour candle formed, this thing took off, and I think a large part of that was, again, the ascending triangle, but also the fact that the Bitcoin ETFs got approved today. So needless to say, we're gonna have a video tomorrow. I'll probably start entering trades tomorrow. I want to get a good night's sleep, and I know I probably wouldn't if I was entering trades in this area. One thing I will say I don't like, okay, so it's great and it's awesome and it's a lot of fun to see Bitcoin do this, but it's not healthy, and it creates the same problem that we've had the whole time on Bitcoin, and that is that there's no support in here now. The same reason why this thing's pumping so hard. So are we just going to get a giant channel where all this is just twigs and thatches, where you just have nothing to support each other? There's no resistance over here, but then now there's not going to be any support over here. So that's the only thing that kind of scares me. Not to say that it's going to go back down, but eventually, if we do have to retest these areas, there's now no support in this entire range from 4,200 all the way up to 4,800. And that's not necessarily a good thing. So would you then short the alt dump? Does that make any sense? Yeah, so what me and a lot of, well, okay, so I personally didn't do it, but a lot of people I know were shorting XRP and Cardano and all the stuff to the Bitcoin value. So they weren't shorting anything to USD value, but, ooh, sorry, it's late here, it's 1 a.m. But what they were doing is shorting the Satoshi value. So anything that was on a BTC pairing on a leverage exchange, they were shorting it. And the reason for that being, like, geez, Tron just drove off a cliff. Wow, that came really fast. And that being because the USD value situation. Like, Bitcoin's up 15% right now. That's insane. I can't tell you the last time I saw a 15% move on Bitcoin in one candle. And, like, realistically speaking over here, what resistance do we have in this range, right? So we're looking over here and we're saying, okay, well, obviously right here, and we're stuck in this zone. If we can hold above 4,800, like next stops over 5,000. Obviously 5,000 is going to be a psychological resistance, but I mean, from a technical analysis standpoint, you hold 4,800, and I think that this thing just prepares to moon all over again. So I can't complain. Even, okay, so as amazing as it would have been to enter into a trade here, and as amazing as it would have been to had a long in here, it was risky either way, right? Because you're either longing resistance, and guys, you guys don't understand. One of the things you guys probably don't understand is that. So let's go ahead and draw this line out right here. Just as easily as it went that way, it could have gone. And if we go and do the measured move in the opposite way, the measured move was the literally exact same from where it was to support, exact same size. So most people don't even think about that. They just go, "Oh, I missed out. Oh, I should have longed. I should have, I should have taken the risk." But what they don't understand is that just as fast as this happened, and we just draw this out, right? We literally just copy this and we just bring it right down. Just as fast as that happens, it fits perfectly. And so people beat themselves up and they said, "I should have been long. I should have listened to whatever." You can say that about any situation. And that's really the reason why I'm not beating myself up for not being long here, is because just as easily as this could have been 15% plus leverage, and I always do 10x leverage, this could have been 150%. I could have just as easily been liquidated like that. Just like that. Not even thinking twice. If this thing would have tanked and it would have broken support and it would have made this exact move as we just measured towards the downside, just like that, you could have been liquidated. Like 1 4-hour candle. And that's, to me, why it was not worth the risk. I was holding everything. I was, not in any tether. I had all my crypto being held. However, I was not going to leverage trade this position for that reason. It's instant liquidation. You have 1 4-hour candle, and if you were on the wrong side of it, you're instantly liquidated. So congrats to everyone who wasn't over here. 9 out of the 10 people I know were not entering positions in this area. Some people were hedging it, but 9 out of 10 people that I know as experienced traders were not longing this area just because of the risk area that it was offering, right? You take the measured move down, you're instantly liquidated. You take it up, it's great, you're up 150% now. But it's just one of those things. Is it worth it? This is going to be one of those situations where people are arguing that. Picked up, oh, yo, what's up, Poker Third? He says, well, picked up some XRP. Dude, XRP to the USD is doing really good. Not so much to the BTC, just because of the Satoshi value getting really screwed up. But XRP to the USD just is flying with colors right now. So, absolutely amazing. Can actually get rid of this line now. Absolutely amazing. Holding my XRP, that's for sure. I wonder what Pundy's doing. I'm actually curious about this guy real fast. Satoshi value hasn't really moved. It's down to 14 Satoshis. That's the low, so that's not bad. But going back to BTC, I saw there was some other questions. MJ, what's up? You're absolutely right. Not worth the risk. Your friends are shorting Cardano at what SAT level? I don't know. They've all been in shorts. Let me pull it up. I was just talking to him about it. People shorting got insta-wrecked. I don't know. They didn't say where. Ooh. They posted a picture and then immediately deleted it, actually. So I don't know where, but they definitely were short on Cardano to BTC. Which Cardano to BTC actually barely took a hit. It's down about 1.5% here. That's not bad at all. And it should, if Bitcoin is retracing right now, then it should actually see some upside, along with, especially like XRP, EOS, Bitcoin Cash. Some of these BTC pairings on those should see some upside if Bitcoin retraces, just because of the inverse relationship that they're having right now between the Satoshi and the USD value. Everything is 2020 hindsight. Yeah, I agree. April Fool's was yesterday, so it must be a real thing. Imagine if if tomorrow we find out like the whole ETF thing was an April Fool's joke, and they're like, "Oh, April Fool's surprise," and it just like goes right back down. That would be brutal. That would really suck. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but even if this does retrace here, as long as we hold. Where's my 200? Okay, this is the 4 hour. As long as we hold like any kind of significant level above 4,200, I think it's good. As long as it doesn't do a full retracement back down here and just acts as a giant bear trap, I think it's in the good. I wonder what the Curio says. Dang, dude. The long signal from down here. Woo. Women juicy. And so let's go ahead and move this back. I want to look at this on the 1 hour a little bit. That's a lower high on the 1 hour, nothing too significant, just telling me that there actually is going to end up being resistance here. But it doesn't look like it's anything too significant for the most part. MACD is straight up, RSI starting around a little bit, showing that there is actually, this might be time for a little bit of a retracement. So this could be potential, and again, that can change so fast. So, take that with a grain of salt for sure. I'm completely flat at this point. I have no positions open right now. I don't really see a position to get in any kind of significant position right now, or any kind of reason to get into a significant position. Right? Because if you're trying to enter into a significant position here, yes. Okay, so let's move this back to the 1 day. Yes, there is very, very little resistance in between our current point and my $5,500 target, or even the $5,200 target. But also you have to remember, playing around in this range is risky. So I think personally what I'm going to do over here is I'm actually going to wait till the morning, see exactly what this does in the morning, see what kind of position that we're in, and probably start entering into a position. So I think starting tomorrow, so this does a couple of things for me. This really does create a lot of opportunity in every direction here. So for me, if you guys don't know and you guys have been following me, I have been waiting for this to happen, or a move towards the upside or the downside for Bitcoin to really be tradable again. I didn't like the position that it was in, very awkward one, but now with this breaking the entire trend, and really kind of trend reversing here as long as it holds. What this does for me is say, Bitcoin is probably a green light to start longing again. So before, if you guys don't know, I was only shorting. And the reason for that was because this is an obvious bear market, consistent lower highs for the last year and a half over here. I mean, you had not formed a higher high anytime since last December of 2017. With this trend being broken over here and this ascending triangle being broken, what this does is tell me that it is potentially time to stop shorting and actually look towards longing. So my rule of thumb was, since we were in the bear market, we hadn't seen a higher high the entire time, I was pretty much only shorting the market. Not entirely. There was times where I was like, all right, this is a good long position, I'll enter into this, make some money, and then probably short it again. I did that over here, and it worked out good. However, 9 times out of 10, I was only shorting the market because it was a bear market. When in doubt, it was just going to go back down. So with this going back above this point and breaking in this region, what that does for me is signify that I need to actually switch this mentality and actually start looking to enter into more longs than shorts. Now, again, wait out this retrace, see how this plays out. I'm not saying right now I'm just going to jump into this thing headstrong, but as long as we hold any kind of significant position over here, I am going to primarily be focusing on longing cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin, until we hit at least $5,000. Again, above that, I'm looking at 5,200. I'm looking at 5,500. And potentially even 5,900 as my next 3 targets towards the upside. So this is going to be one of the things where I'm actually going to be really busy, especially in Patreon now, because I have a lot of updates to do. In fact, I'll probably have to write one up. I'll probably have to go do a Patreon update about what I'm doing with BTC right after right after this. Wow, my throat is dry. Yeah, I mean, I see all the other crypto YouTubers now are all going live. They're all like, what the hell is going on? $5,300 retrace. It's very possible. It's very possible. At this point, as long as you hold any kind of significant level, which it looks like it's doing, very well right now, I don't see why not. So, I'm not in a position right now. If you're part of the Patreon, you'll know if I enter into a position. I mean, there's really not much else to say. It's just, it's going to the moon. Like, can we, I don't know if we can get actually like a little moon in here, but it's flying. And you don't, I don't want to kind of counter trade this, right? The trend is your friend, and it looks as if the trend is potentially reversing, and I don't want to play against that. I will say, hold on a second. Whew. I think we found a gem. Huh. Well, that's not good. So it needs to be raised just a little bit. So, okay, so what I just drew was something called an ascending broadening wedge. That's what this formation is. We broke out of this ascending triangle over here on our daily chart, and if this is correct, which there's a possibility it might be, I'm really hoping that this gets contradicted and that this just kind of blows through the resistance. But as we can see over here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now 6 touches on this ascending broadening wedge. And this is daily candles. This isn't a 4-hour. So if we switch this over to the 4-hour, there's going to be even more. So if you want to count it as in separate touches, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 separate touches on a daily chart. If you count it individual touches, like individual, not counting swings, I think it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're pushing up. I mean, we'll find out real soon if this is gonna get rejected again. And if this does get rejected again here, it's actually gonna be pretty bad, because what this would mean is that this is kind of solidifying that it might be an ascending broadening wedge. And if it is an ascending broadening wedge, that's a bearish formation and continuation pattern, and it would ultimately break down towards the downside. But it looks like we are trying so hard to push here. Let me do my readjustment just to make sure this is right. But if this is I do a little bit of a readjustment. Yeah, and so that's about as accurate as it's gonna get. It really needs to hold above that, because if this does close below it, this is, as I said, bearish, and my target, if it was, would obviously be, previous resistance turn support, somewhere probably around this area, and then ultimately, if it were to break down out of this, I'd probably be looking for that. And now that would not be ideal, because that'd be about over $1,000 move towards the downside. And I don't think anyone really wants to see that. But here we go, still going. As I said, no resistance until $5,000. Now I think $5,000 is going to be a psychological resistance, but there's no reason. Like the trend is your friend. We'll keep that there. But the trend is your friend, and this is not something I want to counter trade. This isn't really something I want to be a part of. Again, I've been building my cryptocurrency portfolio, as I'm sure a lot of you guys have been as well. I'm riding this. My portfolio, people are thinking, I have to be trading this right now. You don't have to be. I mean, you're probably going to be getting more money just by riding this than you are trading. So, why the way I'm looking at this is, why would I potentially risk my crypto in a trade right now when I can just let it ride it out? I'm gaining money if it goes up, right? This isn't like saying it's going to fall off a cliff and I need to go tether, or I need to take my money into USD. This is saying this thing is gaining hundreds of dollars an hour. Hundreds. We're up nearly $1,000 on the day on Bitcoin. I don't even know what the percentage on that. It's got to be over 20%. We're at 20.1% and climbing fast. So so if you are counter trading this, maybe you're longing and you're just getting hella money. But if you're potentially risking that, because if you lose the trade, you lose Bitcoin or you lose whatever crypto you're trading, and then you have less. So I'm just riding it. No reason for me. We just hit 5,000. We just hit $5,000. That is insane. Wow. See, this is the kind of stuff that people like me live for. That is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. One more thing I do want to draw out here is something like this. I don't think this even matters, to be honest. Nah. Wow. Yeah. Right through okay, so wow, right through 5,000. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I thought it would be a little bit of a psychological barrier. I mean, maybe not. So 5,200 is obviously my next target here. And if you are trying to trade this, I don't even think you can. Here, I'll go check it out. I don't even think this is tradable at the moment. Jeez. So here, let's try. I don't even think you can trade this thing right now. Servers, I mean, I feel like there's a 99% chance all BitMEX servers are overloaded. Yeah, servers are currently systems overloaded. So like that's another thing is you could get if you do enter into a trade here and systems are overloaded, then you can't exit it. So if you are longing and this hits some sort of mega resistance and it starts pulling back like hundreds of dollars, then you can't exit. That's another thing that's scary about trading this area. You can't exit your trade. You can't. It's pushing 5,100. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Let's go see what Ethereum's doing, because Ethereum hasn't moved. We just broke it. 5,100, pushing 52, next target. Let's go. Ethereum's starting to move now. Not as much as Bitcoin, but it's getting there. It's up nearly 10% on the day, and you know, still going strong. I don't even. Oh, this is gonna be XRP pushing 35 cents, just like the target. Let's go, push it. XRP. Okay, so this is what I was a little bit nervous about. Yikes! Yikes! That's not good. Yeah, wow. So with us continuing to push here, let me go ahead and where's the link for this? Where's the link for the video? Send this out. Where is it? Share. There it is. If you guys haven't already, drop that like button. Helps out the channel a lot. Helps get the video out there to more people. I think we only have a couple likes at the moment. But yeah. Again, not in a position here. Looking at 5,200 as my goal. We're getting really close to touching it. Almost touched it already. We wicked all the way up to 51.30, about 51.25. So absolutely amazing time to be in crypto. Absolutely amazing. Let me go ahead and send this out to a couple of people. Yeah, rip BitMEX, dude. This thing's dead. Oops, wrong chat. By the way, if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them over. I'd love to be able to answer them. If you guys don't know, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Brendan, otherwise known as the Crypto Analyst. I've been in crypto since 2011, when Bitcoin was around $1.97. Been working with a lot with blockchain technology, technical analysis, and cryptocurrencies for a lot within the past probably 2 years now. So, you know, again, originally involved in very late 2011, and that was really my whole beginning when I found out about Bitcoin. So, welcome everybody. If you guys are new here, if you guys aren't, you guys know the drill. If you guys have any requests, questions, anything, type those in chat and I'd love to be able to answer those. This thing's looking like it's hovering around right around the $5,000 range right now. Seeing a little bit of a wick off $5,100. And for the most part though, I mean, it's holding well. You're not seeing $100 moves down. I mean, yes, it is about a $100 move down right now, but from what it could be, it's not bad. Yeah, had to go live for the market hype clout. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though, is like you have to. I mean, how could you not want to go live? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want to go live. I wanted to go to sleep. It's 1:30 here, and I usually go to sleep around 11. So I stayed up a little bit later than usual tonight, just enough in time to actually see this go and take off to the moon shoot. So with this, you know, continuing upwards, you know, we are seeing a little bit of a retracement now. Topped out around $5,125, retracing back now about $150 to $49.75. So you have about a $150 move towards the downside, and if you're trying to trade this on BitMEX, you can't. I think I just checked, and Duncan just checked right after I did, and tensor charts. Show the order books, less liquidity. All right, let's see it. BitMEX is like dead right now. Jeez. Let's see this. What do we got? Whew. All right. So this is the order book. So we started out over here, going straight through resistance. Pretty heavy resistance, broke right through it, no problem. Hit the next barrier, pretty strong, kept going. Kept hitting barriers. And that's the thing, is like at this point, hold on. Where am I at? At this point, and when we're looking at it over here, it's the same problem that we were talking about. There was just nothing in this area. No significant resistance for us to have to worry about. So I've been talking about for so long that if this were to break out, targets were immediately in the low to mid 5,000 range. Why? Because there's nothing over here, right? You have twig and thatches, you have, you know, a candle body wick all the way down to 4,600, and below that you have, you know, very insignificant amount in here of resistance. The problem becomes you now create the same situation on the way up over here in that you did on the way down. So this was so easily allowed to shoot up. One, because pressure built towards the upside and there was nothing over here. But if what happens is if you start reversing, say we go all the way up to around $5,900, $6,000, and then this thing wants to come back down, and then all we have is a bunch of green wick candles like this, this is going to just as easily be able to come right back down as it did up. Why? Because there's no support set in this area. Now, I will say, in a perfect world, if what we could do is set up like a giant cup and handle or something over here, where, you know, we kind of just, let me fix this, where we kind of creep up and do something like this, and set our cup and handle, that would be a perfect world. So some sort of giant cup and handle formation, something like this, and then handle it, and then moon it all over again. I think that would be probably our best situation from here. 5,900 range is going to be really, really hard. Even below that, probably around 50, just below 5,800 is also going to be pretty hard, because then what you start having is the bottom of this ascending triangle or descending triangle that we had previously. You have that now being used as a resistance instead of support, and that's going to be a really heavy one. But Bitcoin seemingly bouncing back a little bit, still hovering around just below the $5,000 range, around $4,800 or $4,980. So just kind of chilling in that range, chasing a little bit, and that's actually a big wick down. That's a wow. We are we are bouncing around. Deribit even have a lag spike through all of this. So this is one of those times where you are certainly happier to be a Deribit trader than a Bitcoin trader, or than a BitMEX trader, because if you're on BitMEX right now, you can't trade. You haven't been able to trade for hours. Like, you have not been able to trade for hours. When Bitcoin makes $100 move, you can't trade on BitMEX. But when it makes $1,000 move, you're done. The servers are overloaded, and you're not going to be able to enter or exit a trade for a while. So it sucks if you're on BitMEX. I mean, it doesn't suck if you're on a long, and, at this point, you can just leave it there, right? Like, if I had a long in right now, I wouldn't, maybe take some profits. I would maybe take some profits, but if I could not exit my long, I wouldn't be mad about it. Because no matter what kind of leverage you're in here, I mean, jeez. Perfect word in crypto is bears take ETF news again and use this as a trap and retail normies into buying into massive shorts. We see 3.9K again. So that's okay. So Dubs, that's actually something I was talking about earlier before. Oh, that's not good. Well, that's not bad yet. So that's what I was talking about earlier, is that what happens if, like, the ETF news was actually fake? Like, jokingly. So, like, let's just say in worst case scenario, news comes out that was, joke's on you, April Fool's Day, the whole ETF thing was a fake. Then it is a giant bear trap, and this thing really dumps. And if this thing really dumps from here, it's like I said, you have no support. So it could just as easily go back down. So say the ETF news, something happens, it's delayed, it's gone bad, it was fake, etc. This thing can really see some downside if that is the case. I'm not trying to be too pessimistic, but I do want to make sure that I'm looking at both sides of the scenario over here. Seeing pretty hefty retrace at this point. Just more so to the testament of why I don't like to FOMO into things. If you were to FOMO into at the top of this, you would be getting absolutely destroyed on any kind of leverage here. So, FOMO is one of those things. I never do it. I don't do it anymore. This is exactly why. This is a prime example. If you were to FOMO into this. Now, yes, I did say earlier, you can kind of justify a FOMO in at the very beginning of this thing. When you start seeing this thing break out with volume like that, okay, it's kind of understandable if you were to FOMO. But if you're FOMOing up here after it's already up $1,000, which people are doing, look at the order book. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of contracts, millions of contracts of people, millions of contracts of people who are longing up here. Millions of them. It's crazy. I'm looking at the book right now. ETF was fake news? Was it actually confirmed? Well, I hope not. Imagine if it was, though. See, you say that, and I don't know if you're memeing. SEC be playing April Fool's pranks. See, you say that, Age. Imagine, though, if it is, it's really bad. If it is, it's actually really bad for crypto. Dude, you're serious? Oh, don't mess with me. 12 hours ago. Approval's finally here. I don't see it. Where is this? April Fool's. Sunny Decree just made a video saying massive dumps coming. So I don't want to flame him too much, but that's a really bad video to make right now. What was my last video? Moving higher, yeah. Reaching crucial resistance, moving higher, Bitcoin big move upcoming. Poor guy made a video. Bitcoin massive dump ahead. ETF news. So, okay, so where's this news that you were talking about? Wow, that is retracing fast. No, that's false. Old video. Even Sunny Decay is talking about it now. Poor guy. We just pulled up his video. Poor guy. But this is old news from earlier today. Even Sunny Decree is talking about it now. No, that's false. Old video. So is it real or is it fake? Is it real or fake? Because now that's actually gonna, I feel like, gonna play a big part here. I think as long as we close over like 4,600, it'll be okay. That's a big wick down, dude. That's a lot of selling pressure. ETF is fake. Wow, dang. Can you get me a source on that, Age? Or like a source as to where I can find that? I'd love to be able to, but this was determined already. I'd love to be able to, or if you can pull it up. If not, like, I understand. Oh shoot, I just realized the video. Bitcoin. I just realized that I never changed the title of my live stream. There we go. ETF dump is fake, but it was determined already. I didn't know that. Because I saw the news about 20 hours ago from, who was it? Someone posted it in Discord. I love this. So yeah, that's, if it is, it's not a good thing. But like, the overall of this, let's check the 4 hour. 4 hours still is plenty of time. The only thing that I was afraid of is that if this ends as a 4 hour, if this ends as a 4 hour candle with a massive retracement somewhere down low, it'll be really bad. Yeah, so Poker posted it about, where was it? Was it in breaking news? Yeah. It was a while. It was yesterday at, yeah, 8 a.m. So it was about, what, 18 hours ago? Happy April 1st. And then I posted the article saying Back CEO, so because Backed never got approved, but the other two ETFs supposedly did. In crypto, we wait through a year's bear market, massive manipulation, scam projects, fake news, ETF. Meanwhile, in the normie traditional markets, of 3x my account in 4 days. All for a 20% pump. Yeah, so, I mean, it's kind of true. I mean, right? It's kind of true. But that's only in futures, right? So if you're trading options, Forex, stocks, anything else, you're not making... futures is a one-of-a-kind market. I think it spoils us. That's still insane. I'm still happy. If you own cryptocurrency, you can't be mad about this. There's just no way. So we'll see. If it retraces, I would expect it to hold 4,700, ideally. If it doesn't, going back to the daily, I think the crucial thing that I want to hold is probably around here, around 4,600. So ideally, I would like to see it hold $4,600. If we can hold above $4,600 for the next day, I think it'll put us in a good position. We'll close over this support over here, and we'll also be closing above the 200 EMA on the daily cycle, which is, I think, going to be a really big psychological thing. And you can actually see this daily kind of rounding already, with your 50 EMA already pointing upwards. So it'll be cool. We'll have to see where this plays out in the morning. Anyone holding alts on BTC pairings will be pissed. What you mean? Well, how many people are holding alts in BTC? So most people, when they hold an altcoin, they're holding the US dollar value. If you hold it in a wallet or you hold it on an exchange, you're holding the coin itself, which is paired to the US dollar. If you're trading anything that's paired to BTC, it sucks. Like it just sucks. Hopefully the Satoshi value will like steady itself back out a little bit. I'm not saying it will completely, but the Satoshi value will hopefully reset it a little bit. So all the SAT values, they are, yeah, I mean, we'll pull it up. The picture says 1,000 words. That's USD. If you're trading anything right now to the BTC pairing, it's not looking good because they went off a cliff. Like TRX is another one. That one's actually holding decent support. Tron was pumping until this happened too. Ethereum, the BTC. Yeah, I mean, it's brutal. It is. Let's check Pundy again. Pundy wicked all the way down to 13 Satoshis. Dude, that would have been a juicy buy. Pundy ever gets near 10 Satoshis, dude, or like 11 Satoshis, I will pump some money into it. Kind of wish I brought it 13 Satoshis too. If it goes back to like 26 Satoshis, it'd double your money. So currently sitting exactly at $4,800 on the spot. Rip the SAT value. Imagine if distribution came and BTC went back down and all the money went into alts. That would be insane. Only trade NPX on the Ethereum pair. Ew. I mean, yeah, anyone who trades NPX trades it to the Ethereum pair. It's way easier to trade. But I like having it. Okay, well, I lied. Ooh. So I'm tired. It's 2 a.m. Only trade him. Yeah, so 9 times out of 10 you will trade it to the Ethereum pair, but like even then, NPX. Pundy, Ethereum. Yeah. There you go. All I'm saying is you could get a good Satoshi value raise in here. There's lots of potential. Bitcoin holding 4,800. So yeah, if all the money went back into alts, I mean, that would be insane. We've seen it happen before, so I mean, it's very possible. It'll be really cool to see what this does for the rest of the week. That's for sure. But there really isn't too much else to talk about in this range. I mean, again, overall target's still going to be around 5.5K. I think until we hit 5.2K. I still think as long as we hold any kind of decent area here, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. If the news truly is fake, then I think that's a really bad thing. But time will have to tell. I mean, it's really just what we're looking at. Time will tell. This just needs some time. I can't even trade this right now if I wanted to. I don't want to trade this right now. I'm just riding it out. Congrats on everyone who, wasn't along, but watch it on the 5-minute. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'd love to be able to answer those, but I am going to go ahead and sign off soon. I'll be covering this tomorrow. We'll do a live stream tomorrow. I certainly have at least a video coming out, maybe two. I mean, tomorrow's going to be a freaking crazy day. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. I was glad I was able to get this live stream in. We talked about some crucial things. Hopefully no one FOMO'd in at the top of this. It would have been, you know, pretty brutal. But, yeah. That's pretty much it. Alright, chat looks like it's calming down over here. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button. Helps out the channel a lot. And if you guys are new, welcome. Subscribe. You guys can check out more content like this. Got a lot of really cool stuff coming because this thing has really entered back into my buy zone. With this thing breaking towards the upside, this is one of those things where I had just been waiting for this thing. I don't care if it was towards the upside or the downside. I was just waiting for it to break some way so I could actually start trading this on a consistent basis again. And so with this breaking its entirety of a bear market cycle, and now having its first higher high in a year and a half, in, what was it? In 17 months, I think. What, we're in fourth. It was 13. Yeah, so in the first higher high in 17 months. Almost a year and a half. It's now in a very good position. So, I mean, you can very clearly see that on the daily. Consistent lower swing highs for a year and a half over here, all the way down. First higher high, and it's a huge one. So, pretty cool stuff. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to go catch some sleep. It is 2 o'clock here. And if you guys don't know, I do college full-time and I also work full-time. So I do this as I trade full-time as well. So I do have a busy day tomorrow. So I got to make videos. I got to do Patreon updates. I got to actually do some class, some stuff for my university. And I got a lot of work to do. So I got to trade for myself, do Patreon updates, and we're certainly making at least a video tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, what a night. It's hard to put words around this kind of stuff. As a content creator and for someone who's been involved in Bitcoin for so long, again, since 2011, it's one of those things where you kind of live for these moments. If you hold it, you can't complain unless you somehow really effed up something in here. But for the most part, targets are still up higher. We'll have to see if this news does get confirmed to be fake and this does come back down. It would kind of make sense. Ideally, though, in a perfect world, everything goes right from here. We don't get any kind of tragic bad news. We hold a level somewhere decent. I do imagine this to just keep on going. So, yeah, time will tell. From our initial top tonight, we went $5,125. Currently wicked down to $4,853. So we are down about, just a couple $100. Not that bad in comparison to what we've made tonight. So from the start of this candle at 4,100, we're up $700, about $750. I'm not complaining. Unknown Now says, just came from watching Tone. Thanks for the live stream. What a night. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Well, welcome, Unknown. Great to have you in here. Trey James says, thanks, man. Happy Z's. Trey James, welcome. I just saw you join the Discord as well. Welcome, dude. If you guys want to join the Discord, link to that in the description down below. We have lots of rooms for like BitMEX and swing trading and general chats. Really cool. It's a historic night for people trading crypto. Close my long position too soon at 42. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Minutes before the pump. Dang. 42.50. Dang, so you closed it above the ascending triangle. Dang, dude, that's brutal. So you're telling me you closed that thing above the ascending triangle? 42.50. Dang, dude. So, I mean, dang. So that kind of sucks. It sucks, but it doesn't suck. It sucks because you could have made a lot of money, but it doesn't suck, or you could have gained a lot of Bitcoin. It doesn't suck because, one, you got a winning trade that was probably yielded pretty good profits, right? If you entered anywhere in here, you know, 42.50 is still probably pretty good profit. And in return, you won that trade. As a result of winning that trade, you got more Bitcoin. And after getting more Bitcoin, it shot up another $500, $600, $700. So, I mean, it's still a double win for you. You acquired more Bitcoin, and it gained $1,000 on top of you acquiring more. So, I mean, it's still a win-win. Now, if this wicks all the way back down, it would kind of really suck. You still have more Bitcoin. The rest of us, it would kind of suck. But, yep, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will have a video, at least maybe a video, 2 videos out tomorrow, and definitely hoping for a live stream as well. Have an action-packed day. I'm going to have to be all over the place trying to type in Discord and videos and live streams and Patreon updates and trading. So I got a lot of stuff to do. I got to catch some sleep so that I'm prepared for tomorrow. It sucked I entered in at 4,000. I mean, yeah, it's still a really good profit. Imagine how much more I could have made. Yeah, I mean, if you were on any kind of decent leverage, you still made pretty good money. But I know what you mean, man. That's rough. The nice thing about trading is that there's always indefinitely more to come. But I'm going to catch some sleep. I got a lot of stuff I got to wind up for tomorrow. Appreciate being here, guys. And Unknown, welcome. I noticed you were one of the new guys. Trey, I know you're also relatively new as well. Welcome to you. Hope to see you guys again. And hope everyone has a great night. Happy profits, everyone.